welcome to the first episode of what I guess we're going to call Shoot the Shit. Yeah. Really? Really? That name?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Fine.
Can you do better?
The LThan3 phantasmagorical, magical, happy 15-minute section of love.
Fail.
I don't think that works as an acronym either.
I don't know, it probably ends up spelling something really offensive as an acronym. So, of course, you know who I am, and I'm joined by Fluke and Kel.
What's up?
Somewhere.
Morning.
Morning? Morning?
Morning.
Really? At this time of night? No, you're not allowed.
Morning's relative to when you get out of bed, which for me is generally about 30 minutes ago.
But it wasn't 30 minutes ago, because this call is an hour and 50 minutes long.
Oh,
true, but I had to get up early.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so before we go anywhere, we of course want to say to you guys, go check out our new site. It's fantastic and wonderful and amazing. LThan3.com. There'll be a thing somewhere. I'll get oatmeal to put one in. Somewhere. There we go. That's my annotation noise now. Like, it's terrible, isn't it? We don't have no Hollywood level sound effects up in this shit. No. So yeah, our site launched, and of course we're actually going to like take a stance on something right now, and we were discussing this before we went on the air. If you guys have any questions or you want to know anything, if we can answer it, and if it's not anything like how big is Xander and is Kel hung like a horse, and if it's, you know, actual stuff that we can answer, like how many views do you get on X, how many emails do you get on Y, all this kind of stuff, we'll answer it. Like, we've decided to take the stance of, if we have any information, and that information is actually, you know, information that we don't necessarily mind you having, in the sense of it's not going to put us at a disadvantage at anyone else having it, sort of thing, then by all means ask. So our site launched, and I'm actually going to pull up the stuff. Kel, do you know the number off the top of your head? How many people we had visit? Do you want to take a guess?
No, we had somewhere close to 1,000 just on the day we announced the competition. Okay, so
I'm gonna like unique views of all time is at 2,856. To put that in perspective, this is now, we did it on May 20th. So what's today? 23rd. That's 3 days. In those 3 days, technically, nearly every person that is subscribed to me on YouTube has looked at that. For all intents and purposes. Or intents and purposes, yeah. That is nearly one view for every viewer that I have on YouTube. So that's very impressive. Like, we weren't expecting that. I was expecting like 5 people to come and post there, and 3 of them were going to be Surge.
I wasn't expecting the number of people entering the competition we had, man.
Yes, moving on to the competition, which is a smart idea. I like the segue there. Nice. The competition ended up getting, what was it, over 40, nearly 50 entries? And people, like, there was one on there which was like, where are all the entries? And it's like, you don't understand. We are huge. We're not making mad money off of this. This is just us. This is tiny at the moment. We're going to be big, huge, Scrooge McDuck levels. But this is a case of, what were you guys expecting? Like thousands of entries? No, we were expecting like 15. To get 50, do you know how hard it is for 3 guys to sit there and go, okay, we have to pick one winner from 50 entries? Do you know how hard that is? Harder than shit. We sat here for like an hour looking at all of the goddamn entries. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
This was supposed to have been done ages ago. I was supposed to be streaming by now. But
but we ended up getting hooked up. I was like, we couldn't decide. And so we actually managed to narrow it down to 2 rather than 1. Yeah. And I'm looking at my other monitor to pull them up. So the one winner, Fluke, the main winner.
Main winner was Snorlax, I believe.
Yeah, going to put his up on the screen.
Little thing. There we go.
The fantastic red and black one, which was amazing. I looked at this and instantly was like, wow, cool.
Yeah, definitely. Blew me away the moment I saw it.
Yeah, this one was fantastic. So Snorlax will get in contact with you, and if you see the video on any of the things, just yell at us, wave your hands, throw them around like you just don't care, etc. But we picked another one, and we're going to get in touch with Zamros. Is that right, Kel?
Yeah, it was Zamros.
There you go. We're going to get in touch with Zamros, and we'll throw his up on the screen now as well. And this one made us laugh more than anything else, which is why we picked it. Yeah. That's the thing. We're not looking for artistic style here. We're not looking for you to paint the fucking Mona Lisa. We are after something that is either going to make us laugh or something that we just like. It doesn't matter how simple it is or how funny it is or anything. Just something we like. But this one,
it was just the what the hell?
3 prime evils of Diablo. One of which, by the way, I'm just going to say before we go anywhere, Diablo looks like he's Italian. One of the horns is kind of making a mustache and he has really hairy legs. He looks kind of Italian. But they're stood over the beheaded corpse of a machinima creator. And
that's the question, where is the head though? There's a pool of blood and we've got arterial spray going on, but is
where's
the grey demon here looking all happy because he's just chowed down or what?
I don't know, like the one in the back is just like, yay, death!
Looking at the smiles on their faces, they must be just doing something inappropriate off camera.
No, I think like the brown one, the grey one. Who's the grey one?
I don't know.
Kel, you should know this. Come on, Kel. Who's the one with the multiple legs?
Asmodan.
There you go. I think he may be doing something unpleasant with it, because it looks like he's touching his nipples.
He's enjoying the sight of the corpse far too
he's
much.
like, yeah. But yeah, like, I actually spoke to Samros when he submitted this one, because I saw it, and I was like, why is there a dead machinima guy? And he was just like, I don't like machinima. And he was like, really? And he was like, no, I can't fucking stand them. And so I didn't think much of it. I didn't look at any of the other entries. I put this one away, and I opened it up, and it made me laugh straight away. So it was just like, well.
I've just noticed the banner's actually, by the looks of it, nailed straight through the corpse.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because there's the
like
blood
spray.
thing.
Yeah, they've actually nailed the corpse to the floor with the banner. Well done.
Like, Machinima, we're not involved in this.
Yeah, this is fan-submitted material here.
Yeah, it's like to find out that it's got written in the corner, drawn by Fluke. Created by Fluke. Visionary director, Fluke. Stunt double, Fluke.
So yeah, we'll see if we can see what we can sort out.
Yeah, Samros, give me a shout on somewhere if you have me on anything. I think we do have you somewhere. I think you're in the LThan3 Steam group. Hint, go join the LThan3 Steam group. Yeah, but there you go. Snorlax, you're like the big main winner. Everyone else, we're gonna throw up your thing. Blah blah blah. We're going to put up some other entries for you while we're talking. You can look at those, because there's some other fantastic ones. If we had an ability to give anything else away, we would. Anyway, moving on. So there, competition out the way. On the subject of Diablo though, how much have you guys been playing it this week?
Quite a lot. I have been playing some other bits and pieces, which surprised me. It didn't grab me as hard as I initially thought it would, but I keep finding that I keep going to play something else, and there's always this niggle in the back of my mind. It could be there.
I think I ended up having the same experience with Diablo 2. It was a case of, it doesn't hook you in, but once you start playing, it's got the civilization effect, which is, why is it suddenly bright outside?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, when you start playing it, you don't realise how long you've been sat there.
Yeah.
Chewing away.
But it is it's not getting old. I mean, it's got that same replayability that Diablo 2 had. I mean, I'm most of the way through Hell at the moment, and getting my ass handed to me repeatedly it's never been so much fun.
What about you, Fluke? Where are you up to?
I'm halfway through Hell, I believe. I've stopped playing on my main to play around with some alts, because I'm waiting for Kate and the other half to catch up so we can both play.
You guys are both miles ahead of me.
Handed to me on my own. I can't get any further on my own.
To be fair, you're playing hardcore, so
I'm
a little bit more careful.
I've died umpteen million times. I can't get any further because I keep getting face planted. One of these would have been enough. It would have face planted. Well, back to square one.
The other thing is, in my defense, you guys have been able to like play it over the past 3 days. I've been so ridiculously busy that I was actually able to play Diablo for the first time since like, the weekend yesterday, and I managed to get 2 levels done. But,
wow.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I managed to get 2 levels done. But the thing is, people can't understand my logic of liking hardcore. Hardcore for me is very cathartic. I mean, it's relaxing, and yet that apparently makes people's brains drip out their nose.
Yeah, I can't. I don't get the relaxing at all. Whatever floats your boat.
It's slower.
To each their own.
It's just, you have to be methodical and tactical about everything you're doing, and it's just much more relaxing. It's like essentially playing Anno or SimCity. I can't just rush in and just mindlessly click through everything. I have to take my time, and it's a plan and strategy.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Becomes a different game, I guess.
Yeah, what classes are you guys playing then? Let's talk a bit more about the classes.
Glass Cannon Wizard, which is why I've hit a wall and gone, yeah.
I'm a bit more tanky on my wizard, but yeah.
I get looked at the wrong way.
Wizards?
Yeah.
Really?
I've got a Barbarian alt, but the Barbarian's dull. I was hoping it would get better, but it just bores me. I can't.
Of course the Barbarian doesn't get better. It's a Barbarian.
Just hits.
I will say though, the Barbarian is very satisfying to play simply because every sound or every attack just sounds massively meaty.
Yeah. That was my problem. They sound massively meaty and they look like, and I've got this big mighty two-handed sword in my hand, and it's like shink a fifth of its health. Are you kidding? This is just a standard mob or normal. Shink,
I'm actually going to
shink. Come on, die, you son of a bitch. Shink. My wizard could have looked at you the wrong way and killed you from 10 yards away.
My God, stop with your hate on the Barbarian.
Oh,
I'm actually going to try to cut you off there like twice, man. No more Barbarian. And on the subject of Barbarian, I'm actually thinking of rolling off for hardcore. Everyone and their grandma apparently is playing Monk that I know of. I mean, there's you two playing Wizard. I think Jay is playing a Wizard as well. Everyone else is like, Monk. I love the Monk. Monk is so nice.
The Monk is poor.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I really like it because it's the heal. That's what I like.
It's the animations for me, because I rolled the Monk because he's got the Monk only staff weapons. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, because I play around with the staff, like fire staff and stuff. I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then so I get this Monk and I get him up to a level high enough, and somebody gives me this rare yellow two-handed thing, and I got to hit something, and he puts it on his back and punches the thing, and I'm like, wait.
They're fixing that. Yeah, they are fixing that. For me, the issue is everyone seems to be playing the Monk because it's the cheese class for hardcore. So I'm thinking of going Barbarian. I'm thinking of manning up and doing it the real way. So this could go horribly wrong.
Horribly wrong. Not quite going to sum it up, but make sure you're making videos and streaming that, because that'll be entertaining to watch the final moments.
Kel, any thoughts on the Monk before we wrap this up?
I'm not a big fan of the Monk. Mostly I've been enjoying my Wizard, and I've played a little bit of Demon Hunter and Barbarian and found them quite satisfying as well. It's just the Monk's fighting style, I don't agree with it. Also, what the hell, Giant Bell?
I found the Demon Hunter really boring.
That bell, the dumbest skill.
It has a rune that turns it into a pillar. It has a rune that turns it into a pillar.
Oh yeah, because a giant pillar falling out of the sky makes a great deal of sense.
I know, right? Anyway, we due to the 15-minute limit on the LThan3 channel, which I'm having to try to get upped.
Yeah, we'll work around it.
For now, we have to abide by it, which is all well and good. It means that we get to pack everything down into a nice, neat, tidy 15-minute ball that we can throw at something and see if it sticks, like poop. Kel, well, I would say I would ask Fluke this, but there's no point. I know exactly what Fluke's doing, so I'll fill in Fluke some point for him. But Kel, what are you doing this week in regards to videos and other things?
Videos and other things. On Friday, I'm actually doing a Final Fantasy 13 2 mega stream, finishing up from where the footage I just finished putting up on YouTube finishes.
Lots of finishes there.
Sorry?
Lots of finishes.
Lots of finishes.
Yeah, you were just like where the other one finished and finished in, then I'm going to finish and finishing.
Exactly. Because why not finish? Apart from that, there's going to be more Space Marine, and I'm also after getting my hands very nicely on Dirt Showdown that releases
next week,
tomorrow,
Friday. Oh, is it this Friday?
Yeah, comes out, I think it's this week.
Awesome.
So I'm going to be playing that with a Logitech G27 wheel, and I'll be terrible.
Brilliant. Is there anything else going up on YouTube apart from Space Marine?
It'll be Space Marine and whatever I get from Final Fantasy.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it
as well.
What time is the stream starting for Final Fantasy?
I'm not sure. It'll probably be somewhere around 8 or 9 British summertime.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap mine and Fluke's up in as quick as tiny a fashion as I can. So me and Fluke, of course, have, I think it's about 5 videos coming. We're doing Resident Evil, Operation Raccoon City, First Glance and Second Thought, is that correct? Yeah. And then we're also going to take a look at Alan Wake's American Nightmare, First Glance and Second Thought, hopefully. And then there's also something else coming out that I'm going to do that I can't remember what the name of it off the top of my head is because I'm looking at the clock and time is running out. So there you go. I'll remember what it is eventually. I don't know.
Stick it on an annotation. There we go. Yeah, annotation noise.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, So there you go, we've got about 10 seconds left, so of course you know awesome. Who I am, you know who these idiots are. If you've got any questions, queries or comments, leave them down below, and we will catch you for the next Shoot the Shit, and of course all the stuff we've got planned during this week. Peace.
In a while.
Stay awesome.